115 pixels की. Okay, this looks pretty good. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna target the H1, which contains my name. I'm gonna say that font size, I need it to be 65 pixels. The font weight, I need it to be pretty bold, so I'm just gonna assign 800. Cool. And let's target the H2 as well. I'm gonna say the font size is gonna be 20 pixels. The font weight is gonna be 200 pixels. And I want a margin from the top and bottom. So I'll just say that 8 pixels from the top and bottom and 0 pixels from the left and right. Also, let us do that for the P tag as well. If I can just copy this. I would say इसका font size I need at 13 pixels. I want top की थोड़ी सी margin, which is going to also be 13 pixels. I want the line height, which is the same as the line height that you use in MS Word. And I actually have an hash code, which is hash P. So that's 6 times P. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna refresh. That is looking pretty good. That is very similar to what we need to do. Okay. Now let's style this button, because abhi this button has nothing, no hover effect, doesn't have any color. It's not looking good. So inside our home section, inside our row, I need to target the button. And I will say border radius is around 10 pixels, which is just gonna curve those borders a little bit more. I want the font size to be around 19 pixels. I want the color of the text to be white, and the background color, which was right now white, I need it to be this Peru color. The border of the button is going to be 3 pixels, it's going to be solid, and it's going to be also the color Peru. The width of the button I need at 330 pixels. And let's also apply some margin from the top for around 10 pixels. And that should do. Refresh it. Yes, that looks pretty good. It still doesn't have any hover effect. And how do we achieve it? By applying the hover keyword just after a colon. So we're going to say that every time we hover over this button, I actually want the background to be white, the color of the text to be black, and the border color, of course, is going to be white. So that's good. Yep. Another thing we're going to be using is, you see, whenever I hover over it, ये head shake का animation रहता है छोटा सा, which looks pretty catchy. So for this, we're going to be using another CDN, another framework, which you can find animate.css. Also, this is also free, and you can see its installation and usage. We don't need npm because we haven't learned Node yet. We just copy this link tag, which contains the CDN. We're going to copy it, and we're going to paste it inside there. I'm going to say that this is animate CSS. Okay, cool. So अभी हमने CDN fetch कर लिया. The next thing we need to do is actually style this. And the way we do that is, यहाँ पे button पे जो भी हमने classes लगाई हैं, we also need to add another class, which is going to be animate-animated. हम ये class लगा देते हैं उसमें, and हम styles पे जाके we'll just specify कि एनिमेशन हमें जो है वो चाहिए head shake, and the animation duration is actually going to be 1 second. So as soon as I refresh my page and hover over it, you should see this head shake animation. And head shake ke alawa, there are so much animations here that you can use any one. You have like, so if I want this rubber band animation, I would just simply do something like head shake ki jagah, please apply this rubber band animation. And when you go here and refresh, you'll see this rubber band animation here. I'm actually going to stick with the head shake. I think the rubber band is too vigorous. Okay, so pretty much done with the left part. The next thing is this image, which I imported initially in my project. All right here, you can import your whatever you want to insert in here. And now we're going to be adding this image in the second column. And the way we do it is, let's actually use a center tag this time so that the image is centered. I'm just going to use an image tag in the source. We'll just provide that images folder ke andar. We should have something known as profile photo.jpg. And alt text is for whenever your picture is not loaded. So एक छोटा सा icon आता है with a cross at the top left where the image has been defined. अगर वो केस है तो please print out the alt text. यहाँ पे मैं बोल देता हूँ profile photo. Cool. And when I do that, we are going to see a very big image of me, which does not look good coming in the page. Now, थोड़ा size decrease कर लेते हैं. And to do that, we're actually going to be targeting the image inside this home section. Inside the row, we need to target the image. And we're going to say that it's called width, just make it 70%. So refresh. This is looking more like it. We have our nav bar ready. We have a very good home page ready. And you can also apply some border radius on this image itself. So you don't have this block of an image. So you can just say that I want the border radius to be around 50 pixels, let's say. If I do that, it looks pretty good. Yes, and I'm actually going to leave this right here for this workshop. I don't want it to stretch too long. And we are in the second workshop, we are going to be looking at how to make this My Skills section. We have this nice hover animation. We have these nice progress bars. And we'll also be tackling how to make this project section, which contains a very small description of your project, an image of your project, and you have a button which can take you to the project, which doesn't right now. I'm going to tell you how to do that. And at the third workshop, we're going to be targeting how to make this contact page and how to actually host your website through GitHub pages. So right now, I actually have a URL here. I don't have a path of my local system here. So you can actually use that on your LinkedIn or on your resume as your personal website. Cool. So now, any doubts, anything that you guys have? And I hope you guys did understand. Can you please try live server instead of switching tabs? Faisal, for a live server, I would have to teach you guys Node, and it requires the knowledge of JavaScript. So right now, it's just HTML and CSS along with Bootstrap.
Achha, can you tell me the shortcut key for making the presentation better in VS Code?
Making the presentation better?
Like there's some shortcut key, Control Shift something, which like if you know.
I don't think I get you. What do you mean by presentation? Document.
Formatting the sentence.
I just do it through, I just right click, format document. You can do Shift Alt F, or
Shift Alt F, right?
yeah, or you can do format document with any formatter that you have. I use Beautify.
Yeah,
That's
right.
formatted.
So what is the basic function for content that you write in CSS? Content where you give it nil. So what else can be there? Like what can we input there?
You can actually do anything. मैंने content nil इसलिए रखा था क्योंकि I needed a small rectangle, right? तो अभी उस rectangle का width and height is 0, and
Right.
after the hover, the width and height should increase. तो अभी मैंने content नहीं रखा था. Content में if you type in A, जैसे मैंने 1 2 3 करके दिखाया था, then
Right.
you would have 1 2 3 before your every link.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Cool.
Okay, it can also have icons.
Yes. Any more question, guys?
Guys, we have shared the code in the GitHub link. You can look up that code if you have any doubts regarding it.
No doubt as such.
Okay, cool. Well, if nobody has a doubt, then we can actually wrap up this workshop. And the next workshop, it's probably going to be on the next Saturday, but you'll receive a link. You'll receive all the information on your mails. And thank you, Anurag. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You can